Salut et bienvenue dans cette nouvelle interview dans laquelle je vais recevoir quelqu'un que j'ai envie d'interviewer depuis très longtemps. Et oui, parce qu'aujourd'hui, on reçoit Will Ramos, le chanteur de Lorna Shore. Alors Lorna Shore, j'imagine que vous connaissez puisque c'est juste l'un des groupes de deathcore les plus influents des dernières années. Ils ont sorti un très bon album l'année dernière et surtout ils seront de passage très bientôt à Paris le 5 février en compagnie de groupes de deathcore absolument immanquables, Whitechapel, Shadow of Intent et Humanity's Last Breath. Bref, une grosse affiche à pas manquer. Will a donc gentiment accepté de prendre un petit peu de son temps pour parler de sa préparation pour la tournée, de sa préparation vocale, de jeux vidéo et même de son amour pour la France. Et oui. Bref, tout ça pour dire que j'espère que l'interview vous plaira parce que moi, j'ai été super content de la faire. Allez, à toutes. So the first question is of course about the tour. So yeah, it's a pretty big tour. You are going like for a few weeks with major bands. How do you prepare for a tour like that? Like, do you have any preparation?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of well now since we're in the last week, this is usually the part where I start getting all my little fun things together. Like I have so much shit just randomly scattered around the house. Usually when I come home from tour, I'm like, all right, put this here, put this there, put this here, and then it's all scattered. And I call it it's like my organized chaos, but now it's just chaos. So now I'm at the point where it's like I gotta reorganize all my chaos, get all that stuff. Like if I want to have I have like my little cough drops and stuff. I gotta get my cough drops ready. I gotta get my teas ready. If I have any fun stuff that I want to like fuck around with people, like if I want to get like, oh, I have these stickers of my face that somebody made a really, really long time ago. Now's the time to get those things and just start putting it in that pile. Because when it's time to go,
Yeah.
I don't want to be bouncing around the house trying to find everything. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm in the very slow but pre-development phase, it feels
Okay.
like.
So you're like the kind of guy who prepares like a few days before instead of just rushing at the very last time.
Usually no, but in this case, when it comes to tour, there's been many times where I forget shit, or there's like I'm on tour and I'm like, oh man, that would have been really good if I brought that, and I'm like, fuck, I could have. I was thinking about that the other day, but I didn't do it. You know what I mean? And now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, okay, great, I'm just gonna get that stuff, just put it there, and then later on, if I still when it's next to the to the bag, and I'm like, yeah, it's still a good idea, we should bring that, then I'll bring it.
Sure, sure. All right. And in terms of vocals, do you prepare yourself? Like, do you have any vocal preparation, any warm ups before touring or something like that?
Not before touring, usually before every show, but there is. I always like to get at least one practice in before we go on a tour, just because it just helps just get all the gears moving again. I
Mm,
feel like unless obviously if I'm practicing at home and I'm doing my own studio stuff, that it's a lot easier to just hop right into it without a practice. But also for me, it's sometimes when I have these breaks, I get real lazy and then no vocals get done. And then going back into a month and a half of extreme vocals after a month and a half of no vocals can be quite strenuous on the voice.
sure, sure. So you mentioned that you have warm ups before the shows. Like, do you have a daily routine to keep up during the tour? Because yeah, as you said, 1 month and a half is pretty big, pretty huge.
I would say before I go on, I usually just do some like really shitty warm up screams just to like not really push too hard, but just kind of just get them going. You know what I mean? Like in the
Mm,
same way where if somebody's going to the gym and they're about to start working on their arms, they'll probably stretch a little bit beforehand or they'll do a little something. I have a lot of jaw exercises and neck exercises that I had to start doing recently because the last time I was on tour, I was having these pains in my neck and I wasn't sure what the hell it was from because my voice felt good, but I was having like neck pains.
okay. Like
And then
muscle
yeah,
pain or
like
something like that.
I didn't know what it was honestly, and then I went to I was like, it'd be really good if we had like a masseuse that came in for just a day, just
Yeah.
and they came in and they were like touching my shoulders and they were touching my neck and they were like, dude, you have like 15 knots in your neck. And I'm like, well, that explains why my neck is hurting so bad. And they're like, yeah, because when I do my vocals, like a lot of it is just like
Yeah.
dialing in the frame right here. And
Sure.
sometimes when you're just not exactly stretching enough and then you're going into these workouts, it causes knots. And it's like you don't even realize it because it's in your shoulders, it's in your neck. And you're just like, yeah, I'm doing vocals. Sometimes it gets tiring on the body, but you do that every day. And it's like, wow, that's really bad. And so I'm like, I now start doing like little exercises to work on my muscles in here because these
Okay.
are things that you would never even think about. I
Sure.
went on the last tour. I literally went to a vocal when I used to get the camera stuck up my nose and
Yeah.
they would do that shit. We were in Utah again, and I'm really good with the people there now. And I literally I called them up and I was like, listen,
I have a
I don't
problem.
know what's going on, but I need you to just tell me that everything is good. And then she was like, sure, let's check it out. She was like, everything looks good, but these are not good. So
Yeah.
so she gave me all these little exercises, just
Oh, how
things I would
far?
not try.
How far was it in the tour? Like, was it in the middle or by the end?
Halfway.
Halfway.
Halfway. Yeah. So it took me up until halfway into the tour to realize that I was not stretching enough and I wasn't stretching in the right places.
Okay.
They're all because they're like opera stretches. Like as a vocalist, I didn't learn opera stuff. You know,
Mm,
opera people like they have to do this weird thing where they like
yeah.
and they're gonna do like this tightening of the jaw and they have to stretch it left and they stretch it right and they pull it down and nobody really does that. And
I
you
mean, it's
need
more or less
to.
the same when you scream. I guess. I mean, you are constraining your face and stuff like that. So yeah.
Exactly. And if you don't stretch it out and you don't work it out, it just gets tighter and tighter and tighter until you're like, okay, I'm in pain. I need to do something. And that happens. It happens more. I think it happens to more vocalists than they're aware that it happens to them because they
Yeah.
think it's their voice that's all fucked up. But it's like, no, you're just being really tight. You're squeezing in the wrong places and it's causing, long-term effects on you.
Yeah. Do you have any advices for like beginners or maybe vocalists that goes on tour for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're a beginner, there are two different things. I would say, unfortunately, fucking hit. I'm the person where I'll hit my head against the wall 100 times till I get through the wall. So I am that person. When I first started, I was like, we're gonna do it as many times as I can, or as many times as I have to, and I have to find out when I'm doing something. Because otherwise, if you don't know when you're doing something, if you don't do something wrong often, you don't know when it's wrong, and you
Yeah.
get into these bad habits of doing it all the time, and it's just bad for you. So, like, honestly, it sucks. But when you're first starting vocals, do it wrong.
Yeah.
Learn what's
Try
wrong,
stuff.
and
Mm,
and give yourself a chance to break. When your
okay.
vocals aren't feeling good, take a break. People don't do that, and they'll keep pushing, and then they blow their voice out, and then they're like, "Well, I tried my best, and now I'm done doing vocals forever." It's like, no, just give yourself a break.
Yeah.
You can't go to the gym every day. It's not good for your muscles. You can't work. You can't do most singers won't sing every single day. Some of them will, but everybody needs a
Yeah,
break.
but not for a long time.
Exactly. And as far as being on tour, the best thing you can do is just, especially if you're new, give yourself breaks. And that's crazy, but everybody thinks tour is supposed to be, and in the beginning it is. It's a lot of vacation. You're just hanging out with friends, you're playing a
Sure.
30-minute easy set sometimes. For some people it's not easy, but it's shorter and it's not as crazy and it's low stress
Yeah.
and that's fun. But then when you start doing that, you start getting into these bad habits of like, oh, I'm gonna drink tonight with my friends, and then we're gonna go to the bar, and we're gonna do this because you're on tour. It's fun. It's your first tour ever. I get
Yeah.
it. I fucked up my voice the most on my first tours though because I was doing those things, and there have been times
Yeah.
where I got to the end of a tour, I was like, yo, my voice is not working properly, and I don't know what the hell it is. You drink a lot, you get loud, you go to the bar, you try talking over the bar music. Even if you don't do vocals, you go to the bar and try talking over the bar music, you're going to have trouble the next day.
Yeah.
And so if you're doing an hour set or a 45-minute or 30-minute set of extreme shit, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah,
And
I feel like people don't realize that the real danger is outside of the stage. It's
most of the danger is outside of the stage. Yeah, you can do whatever on stage. I know people who would fuck their shit up on stage every day, and then they would not talk at
yeah,
all for the rest of the day. And then the next day they can go back and do it again because they gave themselves that time for vocal rest.
yeah,
Just because we're in the metal world and we want to be all fucking super brutal, crazy, blah 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 blah. We don't follow the rules. Great, don't give yourself vocal rest, but you're gonna
regret
have a
it.
hard time.
Yeah,
Like you gotta. It's not how it used to be back in the 80s when it was cool when your voice was fucked up and you played a show. It's like it's not your voice is fucked up and you're screaming. Everyone's gonna look at you like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's not me. I don't like doing that.
And I feel like the vocals techniques are a bit more extreme than what it used to be in the 80s. Like not really
Exactly.
in the way we are doing it, because that was most extreme to just do not take care of your voice back in the day, but in the techniques, it's way more complicated.
It is, and it's just not. It's not what it used to be. Back then, it was like you only heard a band when you would see them live. So every
Yeah,
time you see them, you're like, oh man, they sound kind of like them. Even if they don't sound great, you're like, that's them. I know it, you know? Now it's like you hear a band, you know exactly what that band is supposed to sound like. You've listened to it on Spotify a billion times. You've
sure.
probably watched a YouTube video of one of their best sets, and you were like, this is what they sound like all the time. And if
Yeah.
you get to a set where you don't give them that, some people will just be like, I don't like this band anymore. This band was so good, but they suck live, and now I'm not gonna listen to them. And
Mm.
I would never want to give somebody the opportunity to say that because I fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I would decided to go have a little bit extra fun one night, and it just ruined the next somebody else's night the next day.
Yeah.
So that's me.
Yeah. That's a good conclusion, I think. I will give you a few questions. The objective is to answer it as quick as possible, with just a few words. All right?
All right.
It's simple questions. Do you speak French?
Un peu.
Un peu. What is your favorite French word?
Défenestré.
Okay, that was not the one that I was
Je me
expecting.
défenestrai. Or je me défenestre. I think that's how it is. I'm going to throw myself out of the fucking window. That's the dopest shit. Yeah. And Pouton,
And
obviously. Come
putain,
on.
of course.
Come
I was expecting
on.
this one. Defenestré, I was not expecting this one.
Yeah, I learned that one not too long ago, and I was like, that's a good one. I'm going to use that.
Awesome. Okay, what is your favorite French curse? I guess it's putain then.
Pouton. Yeah.
Yeah.
C'est le meilleur.
Okay,
Pour
cool.
moi.
C'est le meilleur. Awesome. Okay, do you listen to your own songs?
No.
Okay, you
Absolument
can.
pas. Absolument
Absolument
pas.
pas.
Je
Okay.
déteste écouter mon musique. It's the fucking worst. The people put it on, I'm like, turn it off, please.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Do people ask you to do screen vocals, or like the Hellfire call out, something like that in the streets or in a party?
Ugh. Tous les jours. And every day. It's another fucking person asking for it. And I'm like, I can't do it. J'ai besoin d'un vocal rest. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, not
Sure.
today.
Okay. What was your favorite album of 2025?
I don't even know if this album came out in 2012. Hold on, I gotta double check real quick. I want to say it did. Or it's either 2025 or 2024.
Tell me it doesn't
It's
matter.
2025.
Let's
Baby.
go.
Hell yeah! It is. Mon Al. Oh fuck! No, that's 2024. Dude.
Which one was it? We'll say that it counts.
Okay, so then let's say mon album favorite de 2024/2025. How to serve it's the Make Them Suffer album.
Oh, yeah.
The self-titled by Make Them Suffer. I love that band. They're
Yeah.
so fucking good. And honestly, you know what? I'm gonna throw these guys into it too, just because they actually did come out this year. And this one goes out to all the French people out there, fucking novelists, baby.
Oh yeah.
So good. I've loved them when they had their first vocalist. I loved them when they had their second, and I love them even more that they got their third.
Yeah, awesome. That was my next question. That was like, do you have any French band that you would like to recommend? I guess Novelist is the one.
Novelists all
Yeah.
day, baby. Since fucking 10 years, 5-10 years ago, probably.
Okay, cool, awesome. What is the last video game that you played?
Wow. The last video game I played was Claire Obscure Expedition 33. My girlfriend is French. She loves French shit. She's always trying to put me onto French things. And honestly, it turned out to be one of my favorite games I've ever played ever. So I'm very happy about it.
Awesome. What is your favorite game ever?
Right now, probably Minecraft.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah, it's the silliest game, but when I was a little kid, I loved Legos. And so Minecraft is just virtual Legos that
Yeah.
don't get deleted. They stay forever. So
Okay.
I'll just build. Why not?
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. This game is insane.
Good.
Okay. Do you have any underrated game?
I don't know if it's underrated, but I would say World of Warcraft. That's another. I'm a big fucking computer nerd guy, and that was one of my favorite games growing up. I play it on tour all the time. Not as many people play it anymore as they used to, which is why
Yeah.
I say it's underrated. But you know, it's my guilty pleasure.
Nice. All right. What is your favorite type of scream?
I like pitch screams.
Okay.
I like them a lot. I think I like them so much because I'm not the best at them, and the more that I do it, the better I get. So I start to see it in this way where I'm like, "Ooh, this is good. I like it because I can't do it. That's fucking good." The plot
Okay.
in you is fucking awesome for that, and that's also why they were going to be one of my other favorite albums of the year.
Okay. Awesome. Nice. Very last one. Yeah. Very last one. What is the favorite Lorna Shore song that you like to sing on stage?
Let's say it used to be Pain Remains. It used to be Pain Remains. I want to say now it's honestly no, it's still Pain Remains. Yeah, Pain Remains 1 is one of the best ones. I want to say something new, but we haven't even played the new songs too much. So
Yeah. So you
it's
don't
hard for
really.
me to I don't even
Sure.
really know. Like I was gonna say maybe War Machine, but we haven't even played that one. I have a feeling it's gonna you know what? The song is Unbreakable. That's the song, 100%.
Okay.
We wrote it. It was supposed to be one that everybody sang. When we play it, everybody sings it. Even if they don't know English, that's fucking awesome.
That's
So
the
as
song that
far as I'm
delivers.
concerned, yeah, when I hear the whole crowd go, "We're Unbreakable," fuck yeah. That's my favorite moment. It's an easier song to play too, so fuck yeah.
What an answer. All right. Cool. I think that's the end of the questions. Awesome.
Too easy. Trop
Too
facile.
easy.
Trop facile.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Will. Thanks a lot for your time.
Of course. Thank you for having me, man.
Voilà, j'espère que l'interview vous a plu. Merci énormément de l'avoir suivi jusqu'au bout. Merci évidemment à Will de nous avoir donné de son temps. Si vous allez au concert de Lorna Shore, on se croisera là-bas parce que croyez-moi, je vais pas rater ça. On se retrouve sur les autres réseaux pour le débrief du concert. Prenez soin de vous. Des gros bisous, c'était Bacarel. Ciao!